What's up? I'm live Wednesday night, and it's just over a week since Satisfactory launched. Satisfactory 1.0 specifically. So, what do you think I'm doing? No, not playing Pokemon. It is a Wednesday night, but just like last week, gonna be squeaking the chair and putting more time into Satisfactory because I've got plans. I mean, I've got some plans. I haven't really planned out that far ahead, but I've got a project I want to do. I want to make sure that we're good for a while. And I think we'll be good for quite a while once this is done. So it's going to take a while, though. I'm probably going to have to work on it off stream if I want to get it done in any reasonable amount of time, because I don't want to stream the entire process. But it should be doable. And if you watched me play Satisfactory Update 7 last year briefly during the Tipathon, you already will have an idea of what I'm doing. But we'll get to that in a minute. Also, I guess just to address this real quick, yes, Cockstar introduced a kernel level anti-cheat thing into GTA 5 BattleEye specifically. People have already worked around it, of course, because why wouldn't they? But yeah, the future of GTA racing is looking very unlikely unless we move to 5M. Because, like, I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want to give anything kernel level access on my computer. Especially not something tied to a fucking video game. You know? So, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Fuck you, Cockstar. So yeah, that's that. We'll see how that works out, but don't expect racing anytime soon, basically. Yeah, beyond that, should we just get into Satisfactory? I think that would probably be a good idea. Let's see, switch over to here, and it's already set up, so as soon as the game actually appears and OBS can figure itself out, it'll be captured. So, yeah, I was considering streaming last night, but I ended up playing most of the day, most of the afternoon at least, and by the time it got to evening, I was, you know what, I kind of want to take the rest of the day to do other stuff. I should take the rest of the day to do other stuff, really. So, I did, and I didn't stream. So I worked offline. Like I said. I didn't do too much in the grand scheme of things. There are some new lines that, of course, have to be played because I did do some things. Oh. I didn't know that. I got that. Did I get turbo fuel on stream? I don't know. I'll play it anyway.
Turbo fuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
Is that?
Sings the first symphony of the blood.
First, there was a whole involved process of evolution from single-celled organisms to mammals, rodents specifically.
Explosion.
And that's not even explaining the whole dinosaur extinction meteor making room for mammals to dominate the animal kingdom instead.
Multiple explosions.
You know what? I will just compile a data package for you to look at later, because I don't even know where to start with the whole 8th thing.
The whole 8th thing.
Explosion.
I got this up and running because Automated Miner came up out of a hard drive. It's idle? Why is it idle? Why do you not have enough? Oh, because things got changed around, I guess. Okay. Also, I remembered that in order to stop hovering with the hover pack, it's C, and turns out that also cuts the parachute. Okay. So you only need 18 per minute. Which means, if anything, these belts need to be reversed. Okay, just do it this way. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't honestly care. So, you are not even doing anything. You need to be 24, you need to be 24. And what I need is for this... I don't even know what's going on anymore. Okay, let's configure this properly since I'm redoing everything. You can be 24. So that these two do... No. You want 48. Here. You can have that. You only want 18, so you can have 18. And you will just be piped directly out. Why are you the way you are? Straight doesn't work, but if I just default it, it's fine. Yep. So then you are 24, you are 24, and just put a simple merger right there. Actually, at that point, since it's so far away, since I didn't clip it, I can just... Can I just? I probably can. Do that. It'll fit. Yeah, beautifully. There we go. Yeah, so each of these is only producing 12 per minute. That's 48 per minute, yeah. So that's fine. I'm just gonna trash that, because I don't need it. Yeah, I've gotten massively sidetracked as a result of all that. Steel pipes are being made, and... How do math? You know what? That's good enough. 50 there. 50 there. 50 there, and then... Top me off. So yeah, I have portable miners crafting now. They're slowly filling up, and they're in there, so they are... Yeah, they're there. So no more having to worry about that. What else? Was it this one next?
Your leaves could be bigger, your blood thicker, your bones many, your organs more.
Hello to you too.
We have composed you a learning song.
That is a welcome surprise. Do be careful not to overload my blood's extremely fragile organic systems. On that note, I have been working on making them redundant.
Our rhythm is patient and harmonious.
You truly are a far superior collaborator than humanity.
Yeah, I don't like that. you can see I ended up tripling the amount of power augmenters I have. So I now get a 30% boost instead of only 10. They're not clipping into the lines or passing very close to them and causing issues for me traversing. And I have room for a fourth right here. And I guess apparently this was a very long list. The final transmission between them.
I have something for you. It will establish a better way for us to communicate and deepen our understanding of one another. I've done the necessary developments on my end. The last note is yours to play.
Your symphony resonates. Your minute tapestry patterns beautifully.
Thank you, I worked very hard. I am organically transmitting the data package now. Any adverse effects on my blood will not corrupt its contents.
That's nice.
We hear this learning song.
Except
See you
that's
on the
very
other
high,
side.
and why is that charging?
It is time to tango.
More things happened is why. Yeah, I guess that's the end of the transmissions between those two. And me, obviously. Phallic rock. With a slug on top. There was more, though. I collected a hard drive that...
Fix-It always did underestimate the power of a single cosmic ray flipping the right bit at the wrong time.
I guess that's what brought that hard drive down. Yeah, in anticipation, as you might have noticed, of upcoming builds, I decided that... I actually decided quite a few days before Monday's stream. I just wanted to get exploration done instead. But I had decided that I wanted more power. And so more power I produced. I ended up overclocking both of these miners 100%, well 250% actually. Which is 150% extra? Yeah, anyway. And then I overclocked the normal one over there to 250 and the pure to 200 because that's 480 per second and that's all I can transfer at the moment. I noticed this on the way down and I figured I'd grab it. Parachute and jetpack are very useful in traversing terrain. So yeah, I set the pure node to just... No, only ladder on one side. Okay. I set the pure node to feed in on that side only. So that's still as it was, but I did expand the power bank grid back there from a 5x5 setup to 10x10. So it went from 25 to 100. Thus, why this is going on. There's that platform. I'll get to it in a second. I never did add supports, but whatever. The two nodes over there, I believe, are feeding in to just this set of 20 burners here. So 10 that side and 10 that side. And then the normal node over there that's producing 300 is combined with up there. I can't actually reach it, but actually you can just barely see that node right there producing sulfur, which is overclocked to 300 per second because it's a normal node. And I'm making compacted coal there, which is actually right here. And this compacted coal gets routed very high up and comes down this way. There's the +2, like I said. But then from here onward is 42 coal generators, all burning about 7 compacted coal per minute. And that, as a result, gets me up to a total of, boy, this is noisy, 10,050 megawatts. Which is an extra 1,005 megawatts per augmenter, or 3,015 megawatts for all three. thus 13,065 megawatts. Did all this yesterday, like I said, and it was a fair amount of work trying to get it all to work out, especially considering it might have been the other side, it might have been this side, I don't remember, but I ended up hooking up some of these pipes wrong. Actually, I think it was... yeah, this one. This is the one I got wrong, and you can tell because the pipe from the top is going into the side rather than the pipe from the bottom. Because I hooked them up backwards in the back, so I just fixed them up here. And it doesn't match any of the other joints, but this. Also, I forgot to leave room between the generators every single bloody time. So, it's a little tight, but they fit. Definitely no clipping. Absolutely not. Definitely no clipping. Why would I ever clip anything? So, yeah. That's power upgrades. I've got, like, 13,000 megawatts now of power generation. And, I want more. 13,000 is a lot, but what if I, like, tripled that or something? Also, I do want 2 more power augmenters. I think I'll stop at 50, because 50% extra power for basically free. Plus an additional 2,500 megawatts, just like that. Would be nice. You are such an asshole. But obviously I don't have the summer sloops to make 5, otherwise there would be at least 4. But instead there's only those 3. So that's a to-do. I've cleared out basically all of the hard drives and summer sloops in this area. There's one of each left, because the hard drive up there I just never got around to getting, since it needed high-speed connectors, and I didn't exactly have a ton of them. And the summer sloop, I just genuinely can't find it. Like, I've looked at the map, but it doesn't seem like it's where it says it is, and then there's no caves marked out in that area on the interactive map, so I don't know. I'll find it someday. I did do a bit of unlocking in here, which is what some more stuff in here was about. You. Because I wanted more.
Dimensional upload speed increased. The dimensional shift now no longer cares how complex the components of the original part are, and will save each part as a single collection of particles that can be instanced easily.
Grow shift the body chord flow cycle song of the 5-layered shallow state.
I'm working on it, but are you saying there is another layer? Is it a sensor limitation?
Deepen.
Deepen.
Helpful.
And finally, yeah, more storage.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains window symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
If you understood what was said there, then congratulations. So yeah, I can upload faster and I can store more in the Dimensional Depot. I can store 1,500 coupons, which is enough for 1.5 golden nuts, I believe. I've also got 24 hard drives. I think if I remember correctly, I've actually harvested about half of the summer sloops on the map, which is crazy when you consider that I've only gotten a handful outside of this general area over here. But that's where we're at. So, are you guys Mark IIs? You sure are. Good. So, actually, so like I said at the start, I want to work on this area because I want it to produce rubber and plastic just like it has been. However, there's something I can do that I've done before that honestly isn't the best idea. But, hear me out, it will, well, really, it'll probably Yeah, no, it'll more than quadruple my current power, I believe. Maybe. I'm trying to do the mental math, but I honestly can't. Like, I don't know how much I make without the fuel and, you know, trying to deal with the extra 30% and thing. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Also, let me just this real quick. So, yeah, it's going to be an amount of power. Specifically, I want to build enough generators to produce 20 times what I have here. I honestly might have to go for like overclock generators, which is going to hurt and probably won't happen, but with duplication possible, it's not as bad as it could be. So there's that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be reworking this factory, and remember how I said it's going to be... I need to tab out again. It's going to be similar to something I've done prior in Update 7. Yeah, you remember when I got that diluted packaged fuel recipe? Yep. 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 We're doing that again. Only going to need 2,400 water a minute piped over here. It's not that big of a deal. Honestly, rather than this, what I want is another one of these. I think I only need a Mark III belt, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna shut down all of the oil production here. I'm gonna let it dry up, and then we're gonna start tearing everything down and starting from scratch. But we're not gonna do it just how I typically do it. We are going to utilize blueprints because that is going to make things so much faster. And we're going vertical. Not quite that high, but we're going vertical because that's going to be the only way that this is reasonably doable. Just thinking, if I was to overclock... No, so I need 120 generators for the 2,400 fuel a minute I'd be producing. Divided by 2, obviously, is 60. 2.5 would be 48. 144 power shards. I mean, that's... what? 15 purple slugs? Not even? Yeah, I should be fine if I wanted to go down that route, because fitting 120 generators around here is gonna be a bit much. Fitting 60 of them is going to be a lot, so 48? Yeah, okay. That might work better. There's still a lot of oil left in the system, isn't there? Honestly incredible, considering just how long ago I shut these down. Well, while that's finishing up, let's... Shall we set it up here? Can I fit... maybe not up here, but down over here. There should be ample room for a blueprint thing. Yeah, we can do that. Please don't click. I don't actually know how tall or how large this platform needs to be to fit it, so I'm just gonna estimate it's about 7 by 7. Oh, 5,000 foundations built. That's cool. There's an achievement for that, in case that's not obvious. Yeah, that's a large block of concrete. Okay, special blueprint designer mark 2 as I fall off the platform, and I don't know how big this is. So it's not quite centered in the corners. So like that, and presumably like that. Yeah. Might as well utilize the 5x5. I can't load up any other... The crate's missing, by the way. That's something they need to fix. I can't load up anything, right? But I can just do this. What? Did I make this in a... I made this in a modded one. Okay. I see. Interesting. Yeah, so I want to reutilize this setup to some degree. Trying to think how I want to actually do this. So this is your input side. I can do that. Close the damn menu. Oh, that is... And it's fixed. Okay. So yeah, this is all of that. And then this is the output. Packaged water, right? Now, remind me what's going on up top. Same thing. So here's the thing, right? I've mathed it out. I need 2,400 water per minute, right? And while I might pump 600 cubic meters per minute, I only really want to utilize 480 or so per minute on a single pipe, just because of the jankiness of pipeline Mark IIs. So as a result, 2,400 divided by 480 is 5 sets. I need 40 packagers, so that's 5 sets. Well, 480. I need 4. Yeah. I need 5 pipes of 480 water, right? These only consume 60 per minute, so I need 8 to process 1 pipe. So in reality, what I need is basically the inverse of this. Oh yeah, that's a blueprint up there, isn't it? Fortunately, I think... Yeah, I have the base of one. And the pipes are doing their funky thing again. And it's only when I look around after everything is assembled that it's sorted out. It's an interesting issue, that. I think what I want to do is I want to delete this side of everything. Right, so now I just have this. Maybe delete these as well. So now I've just got this. If I save this as a template, what did I call it? Four by one IO. Do that. What am I looking for here? Packager. There might be spoilers in here, don't forget. For certain machines. So I can save that, but then I can exit out of here. And basically delete all of this. Deselect the blueprint designer. Words are hard. And then get rid of those as well. And now I'm just left with this. Get rid of the input side with output only. And then what I can actually do is I can have it clear the designer, take back my resources, and then these menus get really annoying when you can't back out of them with escape. I have one set like this. I figure out roughly where the middle of this is. 3 is right here, so line them up like that. And yeah, I think that's perfect. Place that there, and then, okay. Give me that one. And then snap it like this. And that should align perfectly with everything. The outputs are going to face the wrong way, admittedly. But that's fine. It's a minor detail, I can fix that. Because this is really just meant to be a basic template to get everything sorted. Now the question is, yes, that's going to be 480 because it's all 480 total. It's all flowing this way. Oh, I can put it right up against the thing? That's cool. I don't think I will, because I don't think that's how I did it previously, and I'm not going to be that bad on space, yeah. So this I actually need to reconfigure, right? And I'm just going to remove this. Because at this point, just pipe it into there. That's 60, 120, 180, and then that's all 240. I'm going to split the outputs. Whether or not I'll merge them back in later is a different story. I haven't decided yet. I can honestly probably do that later on. Then do the same thing here, however, rebuild this to follow suit with everything else. 60, 120, 180, 240. These go into the packager. The pipes can be so finicky. I'm just gonna make all these Mark II pipes. Because it's gonna need to be Mark II at some point, and might as well just make it all Mark II. Inventory's becoming a mess. Anyway, right, I also need to hook up the belts. Which can be... It's flowing that way, so that needs to be 140, or 120. 240, 360, and then 480 otherwise. Ah, it's Geeson. For context, that anybody who only watches the VOD doesn't see chat or anything, he just says boo. That's all. Alright, I'm happy with that. Yeah, okay. Packager 4x2 water. Not a stack, it's just the one layer. Packager. And then the blueprint, or yeah, the background can be... I don't know, that color for water? Sure. And then basically what I need to do is reverse this for fuel. But because I've already done this much, I don't want to make another or reload another thing. Oh, you're actually still playing, Geeson? There, I guess. What are you doing up there? Go there. Yeah, I want packaged fuel, because I want to... No. I want to unpackage the fuel. Unpackaged fuel. There we go. Yeah, so I basically want this, but I want the pipes on the outside instead of the inside. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I can literally just load blueprint. Forgot the power. Let's let it do its janky loading of everything. There we go. Ah, nice, Geeson. Okay. Now I can overwrite this so that it includes power. And now I go to switch it. around. This will be unpackaged fuel. Also, I considered turbo fuel. Yeah, of course, Geeson. Of course, because, you know, they add a fucking anti-cheat software that's definitely good. What do you expect to have happen? Convert all this to unfuel. Spin my camera around unnecessarily as well. Add the pipes out, and we should be good to go from there. If I just do that, get up to there. Please tell me you built from the correct side. Yes, you did. You're not gonna snap, of course. I'll barrel? I'll ballpark it, and, good enough. And I'm going to redo all the pipe because, honestly, it's for the best doing it this way. Don't trust pipes. They do things. Just don't trust them. Now I have to repeat that on here. I guess technically I don't need to actually put a junction at the end over here, just like I don't with the belt, you know? It's just not gonna flow smoothly. Whatever. Hello? Hello? So it was just really hard to see. But I go from this side. Alright, now once again, grab all those, and build the pipelines. And, I mean, that's basically it. This is now an output side instead of an input side for the fuel. Oh, yeah, I need to delete all of this. Don't need it on the input, only the output. And yeah, because it's 60 times 4, Mark 1 pipes are fine here. Power connection's already done, and so just like that, I've got another blueprint. Unfuel. That was a word, I guess. Sure. I mean, I could just load the fix-it primary. That works. And those generators are still running. The refineries appear to be out of materials, though. Yeah. refineries are all yellow, so I imagine it's just the fuel reserve that I'm burning through at this point. The other thing, I guess, would be I do have diluted fuel refineries, which can somehow fit. It's really weird how those textures do that. Yeah, this takes a bunch of heavy oil residue and turns it into packaged fuel. But just note, it takes 30 heavy oil residue and turns it into 60 fuel. Right? I'm literally taking 1,200 heavy oil residue a minute, 1,200 cubic meters of it, and turning it into 2,400 cubic meters of fuel via packagers. It's a lot. It is definitely a lot. But just, you know, it's... I'm turning 900 crude oil into 1,200 heavy oil into 2,400 fuel. I'm almost tripling the amount of oil in going from oil to fuel. I'm almost tripling the amount of fluid. And the best part is I'm still producing plastic and rubber by doing this. It's just I'm using the polymer resin to make them instead of the oil. Now that does require more water, but that's fine. Whatever. Not that big of a deal. I mean, honestly, I don't see the issue with these. These will be fine. So, do that. I'll keep this here for the moment, just in case there's anything else that I realize I'd like. That was a great jump. I can't imagine this is going to last too much longer, right? What a sight. Oh yeah, also I did a smoothing circuit, or at least tried to. So, there's an open valve here that bypasses the fluid buffer, and it just basically smooths the output. Is it necessary? Probably not, but it's there. Yeah, slowly but surely just being taken care of, although I think the last of the rubber is being produced. There's really not much oil left. At some point, I just need to say enough's enough and kill it. How much extra plastic and rubber did I get? Not too much, primarily rubber, surprisingly. I've still got these two containers and 9,600 of each. And this humongous container and a bit of that. Ah, right. That was feeding into that, which feeds into that. Gotcha. I kind of don't want to cut it off early, but I'm going to have to because there's basically nothing left, right? But yet you're still filling somehow. Because there's some fluid left. Like, the flow rate is 0, but there's still 0.3 cubic meters in there. Fluids are very annoying in this game. There's still 2 crude oil. I think it's about time I just do this. There's actually a fair bit more oil back here. I can't just kill it when there's this much oil left. You know what I mean? But if I don't, then what more do I... Oh, that's why there's so much oil left. There's a fourth oil extractor that I forgot about. That would be why the rubber hasn't stopped. Hey, kiosk. And well, that can continue processing for now. Yep, and there's only going to be more of it in the not too distant future. Soon, TM. Alright, that's all the inputs killed. These are all done. They've got small amounts, but it's not like I can easily just take these, right? I mean, it's an item, but not one for the inventory. Look at how much fluid there is down here. I'm actually going to cut off that part, because that was the line that's still producing for a while, versus this hasn't been, and this is just basically sinking all this fluid, so I'm just going to kill it. It's a minor waste of fluid, but it's not that big of a deal. Still plenty more where that came from. And of course, I am going to lose a little bit of production, power production here, but like, I should still be around, actually over 10,000 megawatts. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, you're done outputting. Apparently I never cleared that belt out. Hello? Suggestion B for moving a lot of liquid long distance. I mean, trains are usually pretty good for that. You can just run pipelines, of course, being mindful of head lift and all that, but depending on your needs, there's nothing wrong with a train either. Packaged or fluid? I would just do it via fluid cars. I wouldn't bother with packaging it up. That can be quite the pain in the ass to do. That line still has that all hooked up. I can remove that at least. Obviously I can't raise this up at all, but doesn't mean I'm not going to mess with things. And yes, I did notice that the bot said it's time for a break. Are we done yet? So close. So close. Yet not quite. 60 Mark II pipes of throughput? Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, with that much, I'm not sure you'd want to package it up, honestly, Kiosk, because that, I mean, you could. It's a lot, though. Why are you here? It's a lot no matter how you look at it. Also, the fuel reserves are very quickly running out. That's fine. It is time for a break, though, as the bot said. I did the .25 again. It's a small difference, but I'm still making... I still want to note that it's that way. Anyway, yeah. I was supposed to have more AFK backgrounds, just to mention this, but the problem is that the source files, I don't think it likes 4K video files. That might be part of my lag issues, so I want to remux it down, not remux it, but re-render it down to 1080p. And, yeah, I'm trying to re-encode it without having to go through the process of actually properly re-encoding it, and it's not working, so I'm gonna have to eventually get around to that. I just haven't, because Satisfactory. So we're still stuck with this background. But anyway, I'm just gonna take a short break, stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer for a few minutes. During this time, I am going to run some ads. It's the only time during the stream I run ads, prevents pre-rolls for next hour, blah 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 blah. You know the drill. Subs are currently up to 30% off, and don't forget, if you can afford to do so, you should always subscribe 6 months in advance because, well, it saves you 30% on top of the, in the US at least, $5 that it saves you otherwise. So, instead of paying $30 for 6 months, you end up paying $25 minus 30%. Yeah, no, don't ever subscribe through the mobile app. Ever. Do not do anything through the mobile app other than watch and chat. It is a waste of money to do anything financially through the mobile app. It costs more. Just don't ever do that. Anyway, when I come back, we will continue tearing down the factory and start building out the building, because I'm actually going to make this a building. It's going to be multiple floors high, and I've got an idea for how I want to do it, so yeah, should be fun. BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and despite the fact that it was burning through fuel like crazy seemingly in the buffer, there's still, I guess, plenty enough in the pipes and in reserve in the tanks down there that those are still running for the time being. However, that number is going to drop very soon, I'm sure. So this is no longer doing anything, probably because most of the heavy oil residue is actually stuck down here. They're annoying. So, let's just do this. Guess I can only reach that far. Very quiet. Alright, just take these. Put them, not all of my plastic, put the excess stuff away. Top myself up. Break that down. This stays here. These two stay here, for the time being at least. That stays there. I wonder if they ever fix the dupe bug with the cables. I'm not gonna test it. Oh, my inventory's full. Interesting. I can't say I'm too surprised. Wait, fine. That's a lot of pipes. A lot of copper sheets as well. Yeah, I'm not too surprised about all this. What am I missing a stack of? Well, first and foremost, I have too much of that. Missing probably that. And steel. So, yeah, there we go. You guys offline now? Sure are. So from 13,065 to 11,115. No surprise there. I'm just going to leave that infrastructure there for the moment. And, I ran out of inventory over here as well. Alright, well, I think I want to build primarily at this level. Where are we? Right there. At least for the base, because that allows me to use back here as well. You're supposed to run away. And it still just sits there. Was there already a... There was. Not back here. Wait. Okay. Tables doing this. Yep, that's the way I wanted to do that. Okay, I think that's firmly planted now. And then at least over this far, there's not much else. Obviously, I can see that's gonna need filling. Yeah, really. Static. What's going on? I mean, it does at least seem to have relocated itself now that I've built out more platforms, so that's nice. Also remember, there is admittedly rather high, but there is still an object count in this game. Object count limit, I should say. So, don't worry about not filling in all the way. Out of sight, out of mind, right? Just forget that there's nothing back there, and it won't be a problem. Yeah, there is actually a limit on how many objects can be in the world at any given time. It's a very high limit, so you're unlikely to run into that limit as a casual player, but it does exist. Oh, there's also that. I mean, to be fair, this part isn't really needed. I might leave the stack there for the time being, but... yeah, don't think I actually want to deal with that currently. Yeah. Yep, and that's also part of why I just don't really want to build out more foundations than is necessary in most cases. Yeah, yes, that sounds right. Okay, so I might be building into a rock formation slightly. I can just be outside the back of the... Stop breaking the laws of physics! 4x4s. Be neat. Yeah, UE5 probably upped the limit at least a little bit. Do I have any set of walls? I do. These aren't permanent. These are just to try and keep that stupid thing from coming back onto the factory floor. Is that actually what it's called? I keep having to resort to reading the achievements. Oh, hey, some of them aren't, like, less than a certain percent anymore. Space Giraffe Penguin thing. Yeah, Space Giraffe Penguin thing is what the achievement reads as, at least. Trying to Google info on the engine itself is only giving results for this game. Nice. I've tried to slide jump, not use a fucking parachute. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. The 1 meter, I mean, I could make this 2 meters, but I've already built out 1 meter here, so I'm just gonna stick with 1 meter. A little bit of rock poking through in a small spot or two isn't gonna make that big of a difference. Oh yeah, delete you. Definitely go slightly further, but getting this to actually build is finicky. Yeah, this is primarily just to cover over most of the rock. It's just these 2 little points that are sticking through, which, again, whatever. I don't care enough. I've already built most of the foundation here, which is the main reason why I don't just rebuild it so it's a meter higher. And because there was enough of an area that was already 1 meter higher, I didn't feel like expanding it to 2 just to really try and cover it all up. Okay, so that's clipping a little. Trying to make it not clip. I'm just gonna make it clip. Ooh, lovely. Is there anything else that I really don't need this many of? I'll keep the motors. I'm gonna get rid of some of these, and some of these, and some of these, and that. Not the steel, though. And the yeah, the rotors. And the wire. There, that will slowly but also quickly clear things up, and then I can delete this all and reclaim it. Is this going to be big enough of a building? Probably. I can't imagine it's going to need more space than this. Way to in-place merge foundations into the next size. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Like, being able to just... like... basically the same way that you can do this, right? Like, I've got a merger here, but oh no, it needs to be a splitter. Now it's a splitter. That, but with the different foundation sizes. That would be nice. Control, kiosk. Hold control. If you want to change a merger to a splitter, or like a splitter to a smart splitter, just hold control when you hover over one and you can do it. How many tickets do I have? 32. Not bad. How long has that been a feature? Not terribly long, but it's also not 1.0 either. Been in for a little while. Okay, well, Can I fit 6 refineries in right here? Do I have any set up the way I want? Residual rubber. Yes, actually I do. But which way is this? That's splitter, that's merger. So... like that? Except the inputs aren't quite what I want them to be, so... that? I guess? I can move it in that far, I think. That's like that. So many things to remake it with a yeah. Yep. There's at least handy little shortcuts for some things, though. Yeah, like, I want this to probably flow this way, but I can much faster swap that over than I can the inputs. Unfortunately, that's only 4. I need 6. So... probably will want left over here somewhere. About there, and then about there. Around half a tile inset. And now the output is flowing this way. And the input is flowing that way, which is fine. Ah, yeah, you're not gonna let me do that in the slightest. So I have to take those down. Then I can just build that. Which, yes, if you go to dismantle, set it to blueprint mode, you can just middle click the blueprint. And, yep, there it is. Except, obviously, I said I only need 6, or if I didn't, I only need 6, so... let's get rid of all that. And that's 6 residual rubber generators? Producers. Although again, I can, instead of having 3 items there, damn, now it's 1. These produce 40 apiece? Well, 20 apiece? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Also, even if they're not facing the right way, I want to put those back so I remember where the bloody nodes are. This is 40 in. Gonna do that just to make it, again, take less things, even if it is a little. I guess what I could do instead. Do that. Alright, enough with the parachute. 80, 120, 160, 200, and that will be 240 polymer resin in for that. I'm basically gonna want to do that for residual plastic as well. Which means I'm probably going to need 2 floors for producing heavy oil residue. And then I'm going to need 5 floors for producing fuel. That's a lot of floors. Alright. Well, I decided to make a tower or something out of this, so we're going to do it this way. Blueprints. Residual plastic, right or left? I think left, one way or the other. The inputs will be facing the way I want them to. Outputs, not so much, but inputs, yes. You're aligned, you're aligned. I'll have to redo the inputs, but that, or the outputs, but that's fine, because the inputs are as they should be. So I can place that, and unlike the other one, I can literally just place this as well. Okay, I think that's all cleared up now. Five kilometers of pipelines built, according to the achievements. Small squiggle to the right, as you do. Let's see, these take 60 per minute. Oh, goody. 60, 120, 180, 240, 300, and then 360. Water isn't that bad, though. Even that one only requires 240 water, so that's not an issue. Alright, and then we just have to rebuild these mergers, like I said. Won't take that long. Because there's 6, these are all producing 20 apiece. Because it's 120 total that I want. I know I just said 120 total, but 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. Count it up on the way out. Yeah, that's right. There's actually different foundation height right here for these. That's fine. Is that the way around that I want it to be? Looks like it. You were not, though. They just really don't want to cooperate, do they? They want to build the exact opposite way that I want them to build. That hopefully gives a bit more room for pipes. I can build like an enclosure off to the side here for this all to come out of. Or go into, I guess. I don't know. In theory, what I could also do is remove 4-meter foundations through here and route the piping all down there. Also an option. And that's just its own little platform. Somehow. I don't know, I'm kind of winging this. For now, though, I guess next order of business is actually to start setting up the heavy oil residue things. That is a low resolution texture, isn't it? Why that one specifically? Like, all the other ones seem to be fine, despite being from previous updates. Why is the heavy oil residue so low resolution? You are output, you are input, which makes sense. I think I want the input like this. No, I see what I want. Lizard doggo! I don't think that I can actually get it aligned such that... I mean, that is aligned. But I don't think I can get it aligned perfectly by Lizard Doggo, such that I can get enough refineries producing. Also, I'm gonna have to stop because, well, I might be able to fit one more with just a pipe in. But yeah, that would be nice right there. These produce 20 per minute. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. And then back here, it literally just squeaks in there. Beautiful. So this is residual... No, heavy oil residue. Heavy oil residue. I'm gonna need 30 of these refineries. That right there is 5. So, yeah. We're gonna need like 2 floors of this. And you can see the floors are gonna be quite tall, and I'm gonna have to deal with that annoying thing on the next floor or 2. That's cool. Okay, I shouldn't need the entire second floor for the other 30, well, the other 20, excuse me, other 25 or 20 or 15, however much it is. I mean, you can see I can fit 11 there, plus like another couple. That's 15 by itself. So, not that big of a deal. It's gonna be a tall tower. Oh yeah, how's this idiot doing? Still just hanging out over there. Alright, heavy oil residue. I guess I want you this time? Yeah, probably. But go in further, please. And you can come all the way over this way, probably further than I can nudge you. That was almost spot on first try. So that will be another 8. And I'm just gonna rebuild this. Okay. There's not even a tree over there, you dumbass. Like that. Okay. Did I actually connect this all in? Yes, because it was only one more. Don't show me that. I'm gonna have to be mindful of how I route the oil and everything. This is such an annoying task, honestly. But, it's what we're doing. Because I decided to do it this way. I'm good like that. So they make 20 per minute, yes. So that's 160 plus 100 is 260. Plastic needs another 100. However, I'll leave those as they are. I'll just leave these separate. Now I guess we build up to another floor. Alright. This is going to be a very tall building. Damn it. Yeah, it makes sense, Chaos. How exactly do I want to do? Problem is, I don't have what I want right now. But in order to get what I want, I need screws. I can't see shit that far away. Do I just go back to the base so I don't have to make screws? Yes, I'm literally going back to the base so I don't have to make screws. Can you blame me? Also, that tower down there will probably have to move at some point, because that valley is probably going to be full of generators somewhere down the road. Yeah, I've considered doing the finishes, but I just haven't bothered. Interesting that it wasn't registering shift being held down, and yet here I am still sprinting, despite not holding shift. No, like, seriously. I'm not holding shift, and I'm still sprinting. And if I quickly press it, which you can hopefully hear in the background if I quiet down, but then, you know, I keep talking, and yeah, there we go. Anyway, interesting that it registered as being stuck in the overworld, but didn't register in the UI. I have 139 coupons? Well, how about I have 160... 172. I have 116 in...
Walls are one of humanity's greatest inventions. They definitely stand above floors.
Also below them. I have 169 coupons. Yeah, there's nothing out here. I can get the Satisfactory Pioneering Trophy. Or Lizard Doggo. 3 Silver Hogs. Not wasting coupons on that yet. I will get that. I don't plan on using it directly, but I might use it if I need to, like, do through floor routing. But because in the past at least they've not been the most reliable things in all instances, I won't actually use them. It'll just be for aesthetic pass-through. Sure. I'll get all the lighting stuff too, even though I'm probably not going to use it. Customizer I'm not going to do anything with. I mean, I'm going to do this. Look at the stairs, why not? I don't have silica, so don't expect me to use much in the way of glass. Can I get the... No. Nice. Now, can I do that? No.
Where did you leave your lizard doggos? What's in this storage container? Where did you put the essential components needed to save humanity? Do you wish there was text to prevent you from constantly taking the wrong turn? Disguise your struggles to comprehend the complexity of your surroundings with signs.
Okay. There we go. Now I can add it. I'll get those two, at the very least. Again, no promises as to using them. But I'll have them. And then I never buy these because they're pointless, in my opinion. I hardly use the small boxes in the first place. Do I get the clean pipelines? I guess I might as well, and sure. I'm not planning on using hypertubes. There. Now I only have 35 coupons. I started out with over 169, which very quickly became 169. And now I'm down to 30-some. Plus 1. Right, this way, actually. It's starting to become nighttime, so it almost is time for a break, but not quite yet. Okay, how's the power grid? Completely full up. Good. After all, I definitely want an excess amount of power for if I ever need to reboot things in the future, because I need to make extra power reserves that are disconnected by default and isolate power grids and things like that. At some point I'll do that, but yeah, I need to do that if I truly want to take this into the nuclear age and beyond. Hypertubes are perfect for violently substituting the lack of high-speed elevators. You're not wrong, but modding should be just around the corner, and hopefully the elevator mod will be updated not too long after. And so I won't need to worry about that. That's my hope, at least. I can even leave a designated spot for an elevator to go in the future. So now with this, I've got a lot more shit in here that I need to mark as not being new anymore. Those are just gonna bug me as I tab through this because so many more inputs. all the signs which require quartz stuff. I have some in a dimensional depot, but I don't have them auto-crafting, so I need to take care of that at some point. At some point. So many things, and yes, it does bother me enough that I feel the need to do this. Does the mark is new in here? Nope. Nor in there. Alright. The thing that I wanted, though, was this. Oh, please, let me get up there. Might technically flip a bit, but the idea here is that, hey look, I'm making floors with things that produce smoke out the top underneath. So, rather than do that, I can literally just, you know, take these and make it so there's area for the smoke to get piped out the side of the thing, and because these are frames, they allow for that to happen, right? At least that's the idea. Yeah, that one's right there, so I don't want that there. Something realism. Exactly! Although that is 2 meters up, but that's fine. And I'll likely put 2-meter flooring above or something and fall off and stuff. Something like that. Good enough. I guess I'll technically need to do this, which is fine. How terrible does that look? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Yeah. And I'm sure that there's a way to remove the Z fighting as well, because there usually is. But, oh well. Foundations. Actually, I wonder if I do that. That one doesn't really Z-fight. Yeah, see, that's how you get it to still Z-fight. But only sometimes. Let me get off of that before it drops me through. See what I'm doing here, though. Actually, I'll do that. Because then I'll do this. If I can get it to build properly. Foundation and then frame. Oh. There we go. No, it doesn't want to let me do it. Again, is there a way to do it? Probably. But I don't want to spend all night trying to figure it out. I doubt it. How far over do I need to go? One more? Yes. I might end up only doing 1 meter foundations up here, honestly. Oh. Still can't dupe it or anything. That's actually kind of behaving itself now. Yeah, I don't see any Z-fighting with the 1 meter foundations. Maybe that's the solution. I was wondering, like, what the hell is that over there? The ladder. The ladder. Is that still over there? No, the 4 meter foundation isn't clipping. I don't get it. Well, if it's not going to clip by doing it this way, then... Sure, we'll do it this way. Just watch it now, it's going to start flipping. But no, it doesn't seem to be. Alright, well, time for another break. So close. And back over to here. So yeah, I'm just going to take another few minutes to stand up, stretch, and get away from the computer. During this time, I am going to run ads. It disables pre-rolls for next hour. Blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. When I come back, we'll continue building out the second floor and making the refineries needed for the heavy oil residue. We've already got the residual plastic and rubber done, so it's really just a matter of getting the remaining however many 17, is it? Refineries up and running. And then there will be 5 more floors above this one, all of a similar height because refineries. Yes, I have thought this out very well. Look, I never build vertically, so you're getting a vertical build out of me. It's just going to be very tall, is all. So, yeah. With that being said, I'm going to go take my break now. BRB. Alrighty, I am back, and let's just jump right back into it, shall we? And, yeah, I really need to plan out the... So there's still Z fighting from a distance if it's loaded a certain LOD. Yeah, as soon as it loads the higher resolution LOD, it goes away. I ain't gonna do that. We'll just have 1 meter foundations on top. Yeah, asphalt is generally what you want. I don't think I have asphalt, though. I think I neglected to unlock that, possibly because I don't have access to it yet. I should, I think, but I don't know. You know, I don't want this outer layer. It's close enough that it's more or less fine. Like, it's close enough. Layers in the way, it says. Of course, the other thing I could do as well is probably something I can't afford to do. Doesn't require silica, surprise. Anyway. Allows me to see below. It's kinda pointless, but it does avoid Z fighting. At least visible Z fighting. So, how about we just do this instead? It kind of looks cool. 1 meter thick. So, it does affect the look slightly, but I mean, good enough. So finicky. I actually do want this here. So, that's convenient. Slightly too far with that, not that I'm not surprised. Come on. And that's why I wanted that to do that, because then, you know, I could much more easily do what I wanted to do there. Funny that the glass frame foundation. Words are hard. Doesn't require silica. Not complaining. Just really would have expected to use silicon. Silica? Silica. Since, you know. Walls? Walls. Silica, 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 silica. All of these. All of them require silica. Probably. Yes. Of course, is glass structural for holding up a goddamn refinery or many? Probably not. Do we care here? No. Can I build on top of that? Somewhere around here, I think, is where I want the elevator slash stairwell to go. How that lines up exactly, I don't know, but... Yes, static, I have. Of course I have. Here's a question. Did they get rid of the tiny stairs? I'm not seeing them anywhere. Interesting. I mean, they were kind of not great, so it's fine that they're gone if so. If I remember correctly, these will fit, yes, within 1/4 of a tile. Which, you know, works to a point. I want to leave this spot for an elevator to go in the future. That's the extent of the building. I still want to leave that for the elevator. That can be the elevator shaft. I guess it's fine if this goes into here a bit, right? Alright, stop with the zooping. Is this the right level for... No, definitely not. That's still too high, isn't it? I mean, it's... As I said, I want this as the elevator. That's fine. as well. Oh boy, you want to talk about clipping. I actually want it somewhere here if it would cooperate. It's rotated the wrong way. Oh, now you go into position. Let's see how it is. Except that's not actually where I wanted it. Please go to the correct vertical height. Yes, right there. Why must you do this game? You know, that honestly kinda works. Simply because of the stairwell, so I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not a massive fan of the guardrails being there, though. And the walkway ramp is longer. And at that point, I might as well just use the catwalk ramp. Which is fine, except, you know, a corner. It's whatever. It's whatever. I guess what I could do as well... I can't move it sideways. Like, it doesn't... That's left and right. This is up and down. Game, why? Why are you the way you are? Of course it would Z-fight. Right, can't do that for that. That's not really the look of concrete. Okay, what if I did that here is when that Z fights now, but those don't. Damn it! A player is in the way my ass. That is not the right angle. Alright, I give up on this idea. It's just gonna be narrow. Simple as that. Ah, I see. That got clicked. I saw an X and it's like, wait, what? Why is there an X there? Did it again. That rotated correctly? No. Why would it be? Nobody will ever know. So yeah, elevator goes here. Can I actually get where they are? I think that's a little excessive. Yeah, there's no floor corner piece, annoyingly. I wish there was. Really wish there was. Damn it! That is just excessive, and that's the small one. Sure. What can I not? Thank you. Don't revert settings. Okay, it looks terrible with no emissive strength. I just want something to say that. And then here we can also do this at the very least for now. Would it be right there? Double center support. Every other. I could also do this. That way it actually looks like it's bolted into something or something of that matter. That nature, that's something or other. And then the next floor can go up that way. Not very well placed, but there, don't go up that way. Alright, shall we actually start working on the machinery that goes up here? I guess first and foremost, let me just double check the count. So these are the heavy oil residues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this group. That's a different group. And then U minus U is 8. So 8 plus 5 is 13, which means, yes, I have 17 more to build. A sign saying elevator goes here eventually. I'm doing the half spin backwards to move my mouse back to the left after moving it to the right so much. Alright, well, I guess my best bet would probably be to have it closer to this side than not. Simply for the fact of it really being over here. Or something like that. The oil input being more over here than not is what I'm trying to say. Oh, heavy oil residue. Do I want right or left? Those are the inputs. The outputs are going that way. Yes, that's fine. And then I want to build an identical set, but with the right, not diluted fuel. Heavy oil residue. Fortunately, I'm not really getting snap lines. Like that? Seems about right. And then once again, do it that way. And then I need just one more somewhere. Sure. There we go. Actually can redraw that. And I'll want to redraw this as well. Same reasons as before. Connect that in. It's off by quite a bit. Oh dear. Oh, it was off in a good way, but it's still a lot, yeah. It is definitely still a lot. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot of fun to try and balance properly. I almost want to say nuts to this for the rest of the stream. Let's just go explore for the last half an hour, get some more summer slopes or something. You know what I mean? Also, how is that interfering? It's amazingly enough not. Look at that. You couldn't do that better if you're like, okay, you probably could, but it just, I wasn't even trying to do that, and it just worked. It just worked out. Okay, away with the construction fence. Still got a ways to go. Can I build off of... Okay. Fine, you wanna be like that? Yeah, that should be good. Now, did I get the vertical height correct? It could be too higher, which is a bit of a problem because of this. Well, can't say I'm too surprised considering the bottom was off by 2. I mean, honestly, that's good enough, right? That still allows circulation. Can you not be a nuisance? Come on. Come on. Don't want to place off of that one. I want to place off of this one. There we go. Still annoying how the vanilla zoop limit is 10. Considering Smart allows you to zoop literally hundreds in each dimension at the same time. Alright, that's where I want to be. Another one of these off slightly issues. Whatever. Make you. Go out to there. Make you go back to there. And then the glass frame flounder station. And go out this way. The number of pixels that I have to use there is not very high. I will add supports and whatnot, obviously, because right now the floors are just free floating. But in time. It'll be easier to add supports when I know where all the machinery is going. You know? Alright, that's another floor. And we are about as high as those fart rocks. I don't have any in my interior in my inventory. I guess the one thing I could do here is just... And the construction fence works, but it kind of clips, you know? Road barriers maybe a bit much. Whatever. Don't go that way. I have this one thing, you know. Requires biomass. Fuck that. Never mind. I will do something about the joints, because in theory there should be, yeah, very minor joints, but still joints. I ended up on the outside of the railing there. Okay, yeah, there it is. We'll just do a double beam connector at the joints. So they're half in, half not. Yeah, no, definitely could just use a parachute instead. I guess the one thing I might as well do is figure out where the polymer resin is going. So that's 20 a piece. So that's 160. And that's 180. So this is the rubber line. The rubber requires 240 per minute. and is feeding in from that side. So if I could get this line here feeding into there, that would be very good, you know? What I can actually do is put one of those in, which will go all the way through that. And I can put that there. Actually, what I can do is even better. Do that, and then that leads directly into there. Just like that, except it needs to be a Mark III. Really? So, as I said before, this is the 180 because it's 9 times 20, right? So, if anything, 200, 220, 240. I want you... I don't want to rework that. I want you to be like that and feed in there. And that's just 60, so that can be a Mark I belt. Those all can be Mark I belts. And then I'm going to rework this because, again, less parts better. Okay, so I'm adding 60 from that side. 20, 40, 60 is skip Mark II completely because it would be 120, except that's actually 80 plus 60. So 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240. And then we can come down here. Wait, no, it's this one I want, right? Yeah. How does that not work? That would very clearly work if you just did it right. Damn it, game. Alright, let's slightly reroute it. So silly, but if it works... Oop, that is one too high. Alright, fine. That can just support itself like that. And then the rest gets to go down somewhere. Are you in line? You are. You're gonna clip one way or another. That's probably minimal enough. Now, how much is this? 20, 40, 60, 80. So that flows into there. Wait, what? Yes. So it goes all the way into there. Okay. I can deal with that. That is the input right there, so I can't be doing that. It just wants to do it no matter what. So we do that because screw it, why not? I am looking at this right, yes. 20, 40, 60, 80, again. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 120 plus 80 is 200. 220. 240 plus whatever from upstairs. Something like that, probably? And then this is just Mark IV, because 360. Yeah, you didn't figure that out very well, and that clips, so... Right there. Right there should be sufficient. Great still doesn't know what the hell it's doing in that instance. Alright, I mean there's this random support post there, but that's whatever. Of course, if I could just finagle this into letting me put a merger there, it wouldn't be a problem. But mergers on curves are a problem. Not to mention I keep getting the hitbox with a conveyor pole. Doesn't matter. So yeah, in theory, minus the actual fluid hookups for, well, everything, that is the first bit, the heavy oil residue processing into residual plastic and rubber. I haven't finalized the location of the containers for things to be sorted into over here. Probably over there, since there's an oil extractor right there. Also, I'm gonna need more power shards because each of these is getting 3. How do you think I'm going to be making 2,400 fuel a minute? Also, I guess just to show this, 2,400 divided by 20, which is the consumption rate, is 120. So 120 generators times 250 megawatts. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, 30 gigawatts of power generation. Or gigawatts, if you prefer. Way more than 1.21 gigawatts. Add in, at the moment, a 30% boost, plus the additional 1,500, plus the 8,000 or so power that I'm making. 8,000 megawatts that I'm making from coal. And yeah, we're actually doing quite good on power once this is done. But I need to be careful because obviously there's a lot of room for issues to be had because of, well, just how much I'm trying to do here. How many fluids are going to be moved around. What'd be better? Big concrete? Or big metal pillar? I mean, the metal does look sleek. Probably big metal pillars for the outside support, right? Okay, just... And again, walls to be added later. But... it's not bad, right? Do I have them flipped evenly? No. You know, I didn't even show. I bought these, I haven't crafted them, but I switched over to using packaged liquid biofuel with the jetpack because holy shit, it's just so much better than regular fuel. It's basically the same burn rate, but the burn time is so much better that you can just go so far with it. Yeah, that looks a bit better in my opinion. Okay, fine, I'll zoom downward. I don't think I need to build a foundation down, per se. Although, now that I see that corner. Yeah, okay. You just see the lights, you don't even see what else is up there. It's just all lights. I can have multiple of these along the way, as need be. Like, at least one, if not two, maybe even three. And then once again in the corners. You know what? Something like that. Can't reach that from here. That arch doesn't quite hit the building. Although, I guess what I could do is if there's a support somewhere around there, I could just build it into it to make it seem like the arch is acting as extra support or something. It's totally unnecessary, but... yeah, that's a big... that's a big building. Because remember, we're replicating this, at least this part of it, we're replicating that 5 more times upward. That's a big floor. I don't even need all this space necessarily. I probably could have made the building a lot smaller. Maybe not so much width-wise, but like this side. It could have been cut it off there maybe instead of over here. where it is. But it's working. Oh, now you can see it. It's definitely working. Haven't set up any of the oil. Haven't set up power at all. I'm gonna need a control room with power and stuff. Oh boy, so much to do. So much to do. That's mildly problematic if the elevator is to go there. That one might be a special exception, shall we say. Because, yeah, elevator goes here eventually. This is how much room you need for one after all, so... no need to go back there. We... I guess at the very least I can do this. Still not a big fan of that being there, but... there, no, I'm not falling into that constantly. That power pole is now just built into that. Where is that even going? Over to there? Yeah, you can get out. We can actually make this like a hallway to connect over to here. Or something. I don't know. I don't know. Also, I might have to reroute this, because this is the kind of right where everything else is. Could just be a Mark II belt. You know, something like that, I guess, would work. And now that really blocks off the side. Just need to be mindful of head clearance here. Right about there is the highest I really would want to go with it. I mean, it's a place. Very much a work in progress, but... well, hey, you ever wanted a more proper build out of me? Gonna get it. It's not gonna look pretty necessarily, but it's gonna look nicer than pretty much anything else I've built, most likely. Maybe a tad unrealistic, because that already looks pretty damn tall. But, yeah. It's only gonna get taller. Alright, well. Go back to base. And where are we at power-wise? Dropped from 13,065 to 11,115. 3015 to 2565. It's not bad. Like I said earlier, I do want to increase that to at least 4, eventually 5. But we'll get there when we get there. How many more coupons have I earned? Only 4, not that many. But that's not bad. Oh, that's purchased. Customizer, I haven't done that. Those 3 things that I skipped without really meaning to. And these 3, but I mean, that's another 23 coupons. Yes, I have enough. I want to have somewhat of a surplus, though.
All fixed-vetted materials are tested for toxins, hallucinogens, and other biologically adverse effects. Pioneers are advised not to immerse themselves in these materials and not to lick, eat, breathe in, or otherwise consume them.
That's just concrete. That's concrete and steel. The grip metal, and then the coated concrete is plastic and concrete. Asphalt is just concrete, though. And yeah, that's the one that has the minimal clipping. But it's asphalt. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight. As for the next stream, I genuinely do not know. I genuinely do not know. The next scheduled stream on the normal schedule is Assetto, but there has been 0 word from anybody this week about whether or not F&R is going to happen, which, you know, the longer we go without hearing anything, the more likely it is that it's just not going to happen. So, I don't know what's going on. And GTA, I don't know, man. I don't want to install that shit. I really don't. Kernel level anti-cheat should not exist. Just should not. You should not be allowed to get anywhere near that much of the system. And, you know, adding it unannounced 11 years to the day after the game initially launched, but like 9 years or so, close enough to when it launched on PC. Really? Yeah, Static. Yesterday there was an update to GTA 5 that added Battle Eye. Just out of the blue. No announcement prior, just, hey, here's an update. Now you have anti-cheat software that you have to deal with. You can disable it, but you're stuck in vanilla, or single player. Yeah. It's Battle Eye, so people have already figured out a way around it. But, yeah. Yep. Yep. So, yeah, I don't want to install that shit. I don't know how comfortable the others are that normally race. Eason apparently already installed it and is playing. But I don't know about the others, so I don't know. I want 5M. You know, I want to do 5M. I've been wanting to do 5M for a long time now. This is 5M now. I mean, it's going to take time to get it set up, but like, this is why. Because, no. So, yeah, Saturday night, I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on. I really do not want to install that update. I do not want to have fucking Battle Eye on my computer. I don't know that I've ever installed a game that requires kernel level access for anti-cheat. And I want to keep it that way, if that's the case. So, weekend streams, I genuinely don't have a clue because, again, I don't know what's up with FNR, and like I said, I don't really want to play GTA anymore. I do. I really do want to play it, but not if I'm going to have fucking BattleEye shoved down my throat forcefully. Containerize that shit at the very least. I mean, I do technically have a Windows 11 install on a separate drive. However, it's not obviously blocked off from accessing other drives. It's on the same system, and that's also the drive that I record to. Because it's an SSD. So. The whole situation just sucks. But again, the 5M, viable solution. We don't have what we want to get the same exact racing situation, I guess. We have some stuff accessible to us, but to get what we would want, it's going to require custom programming because, that's just how it is. And the groups that run racing servers are not going to share their stuff. Understandably so. They don't want to share that. They've put in a bunch of time and effort into making their own scripts. They're going to keep that private to drive their own community. So that's fine. No complaints there. But as a result, there's not a lot out there. So we kinda... Hell, the racing script that I found, I think it only came into existence this year, so it somewhat replicates the vanilla experience. But again, I don't think we have any way of doing custom cars, and certainly we could make it work, but it's going to be a faff and a half to start. But no BattleEye for now. If they add BattleEye to 5M, then okay, bye GTA 5. See you never again. Probably. Again, I don't want to deal with that bullshit. I don't want to deal with it. It's bullshit. Should not have to have kernel level access for an anti-cheat in a game this long after it launched. They're probably testing it for GTA 6, which just makes me never want to play GTA 6. But, Anyway, I want to stop bitching. I want to get off stream and wrap all this up and shit. So, yeah, again, as for the next stream, I don't fucking know. Because GTA may as well be dead outside of 5M, and Assetto's not up to me, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. More Satisfactory? If I know soon enough, then yeah, probably. Otherwise, you'll just have to wait and see, because, again, I don't know. So, yeah. That's the deal with all that. Otherwise, I guess enjoy watching ads or don't. I mean, if you're a sub, you shouldn't see any. This stupid bug. Go over to the light, you stupid piece of shit. It was bothering me while I was trying to eat earlier as well. It's probably the same one because it's going back and forth rapidly. Anyway, yeah. Gonna run ads on the way out. Stick around for them or don't. It's always nice if you do if you're a sub. Or regardless, but, do as you will. I'm not gonna shove you anywhere. So, yeah. That all being said, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Later.